Darling, 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 darling. Any sugar, my dear? Dear? Grab a cuppa, darling. It's tea and toast time.
Welcome to episode 9 of Tea and Toast.
With Bella, Bianca, and fellow finalist Nancy!
It is a pleasure to have you on Tea and Toast. Thank you so much for coming on, Will and Charlie.
Thank you for having us.
Our pleasure.
Oh, thank you guys.
Thanks for coming on, guys. I've been so excited to talk to you both.
I've been so excited, honestly. I've been waiting all day to come on here and talk teas and catch up.
I love that.
Been too long.
It's been a hot minute, hasn't it?
It
When
has.
was the last time we all saw each other? Was it the show?
Yeah.
So I saw you, Bella, when we was out
Oh yes,
in London. And I
yes.
was like, oh my God, Bella, out of nowhere. I was just in this club and then I turn around and Bella's just there. And I'm like, oh my God,
How random is that? That's class.
Bella.
It was in Freedom Bar in London.
Yeah.
And I walked in and I was like, is that Danny B? And then I was like, is that Charlie? And then I was just like, hey guys.
It was okay, wasn't it? I was like,
What are the chances though?
I know.
What's everyone got to drink this evening?
So I've got sparkling lemon water.
Oh,
Whoa, fancy.
I was gonna go for a wine, but after last night I drank too much, so I've just got a little orange juice. So
Oh,
yeah.
Will.
I also drank too much, but I've got a spiked pineapple juice. Got a little bit of
Lovely.
JD in it.
Why not? Water. I'm
not?
always drinking water, H2O. It's been too hot today. Like, I need to hydrate. Like, it's been too hot. So, Will, how does it feel? You came second? Oh my goodness, amazing. How are you feeling?
Honestly, I was over the moon that I made it that far, and like at the time I was just oblivious. Like I was so happy for Caitlin because we were just so close with each other for the whole process, and playing that final game with Caitlin was like you couldn't have wrote it. It was like the perfect ending to a perfect game. Yeah, and I was just so happy for her. I mean, it wasn't until I got home, like I was in the taxi on the way home, when I started like being so gutted, and I was just like, oh, do you know what? I was this close.
Yeah.
And like watching
yeah.
it back last night just brought back all those feelings.
Yeah, of
But,
course.
Yeah.
Naturally, you was
Yeah.
so close, and you did so amazing. And to be that close and not get it, it's tough. It really is. So I did really feel for you. But you both were such deserving finalists, and you know, if either of you won, I would be over the absolute moon. So you know, it was amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Congratulations, Will. You did amazing.
Thank you,
Well
guys.
done.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank
also, huge congratulations to Caitlin as well. Like, she smashed it, didn't she? So,
She was
woo!
insane.
Well done, Caitlin. Yay!
Oh, bless her. And her reaction as well was straight after. She looked like she was in shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what it was about Caitlin is she managed to stay so calm for every single game. She didn't stress once, and I think that is why she did so well.
Yeah.
Whenever she never came near the end, like never bottom few.
Oh, when did that?
I would just say this because it only clicked to me on episode 7 about Caitlin's calmness. Like every single game, she was just like there was no worry, there was no panic, there was nothing, there was no emotion, and she just cracked on with the game. And I think that's what benefited her the most as well.
Yeah,
I don't know how you stay that calm.
Yeah,
she was so cool as a cucumber because on it final episode, so episode 8. Like, first of all, how the hell did she get through that pencil sharpening one so rapidly?
She was so cool as well. She was just like, Marshall.
just like that.
Literally.
Yeah, I've done it.
Marshall.
Yeah, it was class.
Was it as quick on telly than it was in real life?
Oh no. Well, maybe for Will. I felt like it went on forever and ever, and on the telly, everything just seems to go really, really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nancy,
And
how are you
Charlie.
feeling? You were a finalist as
I know.
well. Like, you came fifth.
I know, I can't believe it. I still can't believe it. And I had a final party last night with all my friends, and I had so much support, and it was just so lovely to have that
Aw.
support. It was amazing. So
that is
yeah,
so
I just loved
coarse,
it.
though.
Oh God, I know. Oh, honestly, I don't. One of the things that obviously wasn't shown on the TV, and Will, I'm sure you'll remember this, on that game, and I'm not using this as an excuse, but on that game, there was something wrong with the electrics, and all the lights kept going funny, and they had to keep stopping and starting and stopping and starting and resetting us, and it was just so chaotic, and I just got so stressed out, and it just didn't help at all. And I mean, obviously, we was all in the same boat, but yeah, do you remember, Will?
Yeah, the lights, like, they kept like going red as if someone was being eliminated, didn't they?
Yes, that's
And it,
right. Yeah.
Oh.
and like we were all like, "What? Are we out?" Because like we're so focusing on our. I was so focused on that ball. I was like, "Shit!" Like everyone's
Yeah.
done it, and I'm still here. Like, and then
Yeah.
it was
What was that,
crazy.
Charlie?
Can I just say as well that would throw you off so much? And can I just say, episode 8 games for me, I don't know if anyone else agrees, was so hard. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
every game was like, and I was literally sat there because that was my first time viewing it. So I was like, I would have been out straight away. Would have been out because they were so like technical and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you had to think about them. Whereas like some of the other challenges in 99 to beat, it was just like winged it. Do you know what I mean? You just cracked on with it. Whereas episode 8, it was like, wow, these are actually so hard.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, I
Charlie,
agree.
you was
100%,
really
Charlie.
close. Sorry.
Sorry, no, you go.
I was just going to say, Charlie, you were so close to getting into the final as well, wasn't you? You were so close.
I know, semi-finalist Charlie J. I'm
Semi-finalist.
so proud. I'm so
Thank you.
proud.
You know what, right? Like, I was a bit like annoyed with the way they shown episode 7 because like there was so much more conversations before I got eliminated. Like there was like basically I don't know I don't know how to say it, but me and Libby, we had like a plan. Like I said to Libby before we did that last round, I was like, Libby, like I'm going home, like I'm gonna do it for you, and that none of that was shown, and I just thought
Oh, really?
I wanted to get that benefit, you know what I mean? That praise of doing that. You know,
Yeah.
I wanted to go. Charlie, I love your honesty,
and I just
honestly.
thought, obviously, I know Libby obviously smashed it as well, but I just thought that none of it was shown. Do you know what I mean? But I was
Yeah.
Mhm.
as far as I did, but I feel like I went through so much in filming that. Like there was obviously the sleeping bag. I don't think was it
Oh,
Bianca there, the sleeping bag thing, and then obviously the Haygate. And I
Yeah.
just, you know what? I'm not even gonna try. Like I feel like it would be like me not being me if I'd like try to beat Libby now because. I don't know. I've wanted to go on for so long. I've been through so much. Like my time was definitely ready when it was. So
Oh, so you wanted to actively go? Is that?
yeah, yeah,
I remember me and you having a conversation and you nearly went in another game and
yeah.
I was like, don't do it, please don't do it. Because you were
The
close then. Yeah, yeah.
That's what I mean. So in my head, I thought I was gonna like literally sabotage myself in the flower challenge. So it's only right for me to let Libby go to the finals because it's like you've wanted to go for so long. So why are you gonna keep on trying when someone else wants it so bad? Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
What was it
Bless, yeah.
about? I mean, obviously you and Libby were very, very close. What
Yeah.
was
But
it
I
for
was so happy
you?
to be in ninth place. So happy.
Yeah, you smashed it.
Yeah.
What
Thank
was it for you that you wanted Libby to win? What was that push for you to let her win?
So just the way like obviously when it got to us two left in the game, it was just a look on her face like she was crying and stuff like that. She was so
Oh.
and I just thought, how can I, as a person, when I was like about to sabotage myself, let like try my best? Obviously, she probably would have won me anyway. I'm not. I'm not saying I would have won, but I'm just saying like, how could I just like try and actually get to the finals and beat Libby when she wants it so much, and I've just been like moaning all this time because
Remind us, what challenge was it that you went out on?
it was the Hoover throw challenge, but I
Yeah.
actually I got it first, and then Joe knocked me out of
I
it.
Oh,
saw.
Yeah,
I saw that. Your
I was
face.
like, this is brilliant.
So had he had not done that, you might have actually gone through anyway. Had he had not done that.
So then, obviously, Libby's so nice. I mean, Libby's one of my friends, and I thought, you know what, you can see in her face, she just wants it so much, and it's only right that I just don't try as much. And I literally said to her before I threw the Hoover in the last one, I was like, I promise you, like, you're going through it, don't worry, because she was like,
Oh, bless
you.
you.
Well,
thank
Charlie, you should be absolutely so proud of yourself because you
you,
did do very, very well.
You
thank
did
you.
amazing. You did.
Can I ask Charlie if
Yeah.
like Joan hadn't knocked yours out and you'd made it through to the final? Watching
Mhm.
those games back, how far do you think you would have got with those games?
I
Good
would
question.
I would have probably got to the boxes. I wouldn't have got through to the box after the boxes because
Okay.
I don't think I would have been able to do that boxes challenge, like hold them and stay steady, because I panic through all the challenges. You can see me, I'm like sweating, I'm shaking, and I'm panicking. So having to stay still and having that stamina to hold them boxes up, I definitely wouldn't have been able to do it. I don't think I would have just been like, you know what, I'm in the finals. Throw the boxes, I'm done. But no.
Speaking of the boxes, as a viewer, Will, I would say you were probably one of the strongest
Yeah,
ones on the boxes.
you
Nance,
were.
you were like middle ground, weren't you? You were good, but you were just kind of like a bit tentative. I think it was your confidence, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I wanted to get it over and done so much that I rushed it. And obviously, you can't rush it because then you make mistakes. So when I had to redo it again, I sort of had a word with myself and told myself to slow down, which is why I finished last. As in, I was the last one to put the boxes down.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just they were all nerve wracking. They're all so nerve wracking.
I wouldn't have been able to do that box one. I know I wouldn't have. And the cone, like the flipping the cone, that looked really hard.
Really
When
hard.
was that?
That
This is
that
what I've
cone
episode 8 challenge has been so hard. Like,
Yeah.
so hard.
that cone one, I think they showed that it went on for about 5 or 6 rounds. But in like what actually happened, I think there was about 20 odd goes. So they shortened it so
Wow.
much. There was about 5 throws before Jason even got his on, and they showed that he got his on the second throw. But it was like 5 rows throws
Yeah.
in, and it
I
was
thought this, you know, I thought because when I was watching it, because I had it, like, all the family came round, and I was thinking, we were there, we know like things that went down. Obviously, we weren't there in some episodes, but I was thinking this can't be this quick.
yeah,
Like
no.
they must have gone on like
Because there are
longer.
easier challenges that took longer on TV, and I'm thinking, how the hell did they get that on the first one?
Yeah.
And
Charlie
Will,
as well. I found it really, really hard. Watching you, bless you. Like I was really emotional when you were doing the. I feel like I don't know why I feel like I'm gonna cry now. When you were doing when you were doing the sleeping bag challenge. I could see how stressed you were, and I just was like, oh, I feel chewed to bits.
So what they didn't show, obviously, Will and Nancy, you'll know. What they
yeah,
didn't show, stopped the game halfway through because it was claustrophobic. I was like, I've done the X. I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm going.
Oh, bless you.
Like, get me out of here. I'm claustrophobic. I was like, I am not doing the rest of this challenge. And then,
I'm claustrophobic, Darren.
so the executive producer come down and she was like, Charlie, look, like we need you to do this because it's going to mess up the whole production of the show. And I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I said, you've got me in a sleeping bag when I'm claustrophobic with a sleeping bag tied around my face and I can't breathe. So they was like, well, maybe take your t-shirt off anyway. Adam and Ryan were shouting, come on, Charlie, like you can do it.
ah,
I'm just going to do it. And then I took my top off, and then they did it, and then they sort of let me have the sleeping bag a bit like past my shoulders, so I could like breathe and feel like, and that because I'm not lying like guys when it was literally like round your face.
Yeah.
Tied with sellotape. Was it sellotape that they tied it with, like tape or something, or what was
Oh
it?
my
remember.
God.
It looked
Like
like
a body bag.
it wouldn't slide down. Yeah.
That's terrible. I mean, because Jason was on the show last week and he said you were in it for about half an hour, weren't you? And it was hot.
yeah,
So you was in it. So I was sat there, and my anxiety was going through the roof. I couldn't breathe. I was literally like panicking so much, lay there on the floor waiting for that klaxon to go. And then even about 5 times before the game actually started, I kept saying, "No, I'm not doing it." Like to the people, and then I'd go back down and lie down in position, and it's like, "No, I'm not doing it." Not because I'm like, yeah. And I feel like,
Oh, bless you.
and then halfway through, I was like, "No, stop."
Yeah.
I'm
Do
not,
you know what? I'm not going to lie. I was so
yeah,
relieved when you did that because I had to catch my breath. And it wasn't until I actually started to catch my breath that I realised just how
yeah,
crazy out of breath I was. I was
yeah.
dying.
Mm.
It was horrible.
I'm not the fittest in the bunch either, so doing that as well as like I've got asthma as well, so it's like that, and then I'm claustrophobic. I'm not the fittest in the bunch, and it was just so hard and tense for me. But when I did it, I was like, do you know what? It's all the panic in it. It's all in your head. Like I think so. I was.
Yeah.
I've got a question for both of you, Will and Nancy. So, first of all, massive congratulations that you got into the final. It's an achievement in itself,
Well done.
genuinely. Top
Well,
8, I mean, what the hell? So good. When you went into episode 8, what was your mindset? Talk us through what you were thinking at the beginning of the episode. And I'm going to go to Will first.
Okay, so like going into it, I was at the very start of the whole show, 1 in 100 people. Like I was a tiny, tiny fish in such like a massive pond, and I was like, I'm just gonna have fun, gonna have fun. As the numbers whittle down, blah blah blah, and then it gets to the final 8. I don't know about you, Nancy, but like there was just this like kick in me. I was like, I've not gotten this far to not win, and I was like, I
Yeah.
just went all guns blazing into this final. And I was content at the fact that if I went out, I was top 8. That's impressive in itself. But
yeah.
I just remember thinking like I'm not going down without a fight. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
give this my all. Like
Yeah.
Do you know what? I was watching it with my mum and I said, funnily enough, you should say that. I went, Will really wants it. I can see you had this fire in your eyes. It was like, I am going to do my 100%. And you could see that. So
mm,
pat on the back, mate. Well done.
Well
thank
done,
you.
yeah.
And honestly,
Nancy, how were you feeling?
Do you know what? I was so excited to be in the final. I just couldn't believe I'd got that far. So I already felt like I'd won. And I didn't want to change my strategy because it had worked up until that point. So I decided just to carry on as I was and try and stay as calm as I possibly could because I didn't want to start
What was your
overthinking.
strategy? Staying calm.
Trying to stay calm and not overthinking and taking my time a bit more because I felt like whenever I panicked, I rushed, and that's when I made mistakes. So I really just tried to have a word with myself, take my time, stay calm, and just try to carry on as I had been and not make any changes because I was so worried about, I don't know, like changing my luck or whatever it is. I don't know. But it
I,
obviously worked up to a point.
I everyone saying towards like episode 6, 7, everyone was like, "Watch out for Nancy, she's a dark horse." Like in the interview,
Can I be honest?
yeah,
I thought when I when I left, I thought, Nancy, you were gonna win.
yeah,
Mm.
everyone,
Ah.
most
I
people,
did.
Thanks.
I
Yeah.
actually did. I really, really
Oh,
did.
bless you. Oh,
And
well, do you know what?
also, yeah, go
I
on.
was I was so happy with 5th place. I'm genuinely,
uh,
hand on heart.
It's
I wasn't
amazing.
upset. I didn't cry. I didn't feel
Mm.
gutted. I didn't feel anything.
I,
I just felt so relieved and happy.
Oh, it's amazing. Do you know what as well? I was also thinking this when I was watching it. I was like, I felt like, because you're just so tired, aren't you? Like, we were getting up
Yeah.
early.
Yeah.
Like, it's stressful. Like, it's mentally stressful. It's like, and I was just thinking, wow, like, you're just still smashing it. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
And the
yeah.
speed in which you were doing things, Nance, it was just. I mean, when I was in what was it, the candles into the tubes, literally you had done it like that, and I was like, how
Yeah, I
have you
remember
done
you
that?
going, how?
Oh.
Listen, I had my
Yeah.
fair
Okay.
share of being in the bottom.
I've got a question for Charlie J.
sorry,
I've got a question for Charlie J. My Charlie J.
Charlie J.
Okay, so what is your highlight of the whole experience? What have you taken from it?
obviously, I feel like the highlight of my experience is obviously meeting you, and I feel like that's most people's.
Oh.
But like a personal highlight would be like don't write yourself off. Do you know what I mean? Like, I write myself off so well, I used to before 99 to beat, in so many things in my life, whether it be sports, whether it be like academically. And I feel like now he's giving me confidence and that get up and that fire to go, do you know what?
Oh, I love that, Charlie.
You know what I mean? Anyone could do anything.
Yeah.
Like, it really has taught me a lot. Like, and I feel like it has with most people.
Yeah.
Do you think the show has changed you as a person going forward then?
Yeah, 100%. I feel like it has definitely changed my mind when I'm going into like challenging stuff, and I'm obviously from now on, I feel like I'm not going to choose the easy option. I'm going to go and of hard work and stuff like that. So yeah.
Oh,
I love
amazing.
that.
Will, I'm going to ask you the same question, Gorge. So what is your highlight and what have you like taken from it and stuff?
Well, same as Charlie J in saying the fact that like the friends I've made, like I've made so many beautiful friendships from the show, and I found like something like about myself that like I really feel like it's cliche, I know, but I found myself, and it was one challenge in
Just gave me
particular.
goosebumps.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, see?
The one challenge in particular was that rope challenge in episode 7 when I was so close to going home.
Oh my God.
And there was just something inside me which was like, just don't give up. Like, what is the point of just giving up? Because me and Libby, we spoke about it. It was like, just give up. We'll just give up. Like, there's no point. And then I was like, there's like still that slight possibility that I can do this and we can get through. And I just remember that, like, Nancy, I think it was you who was just like, get on the floor. And I was like, and I just froze, and you can see it, and I'm just freezing, and I'm like looking around, like, what does she mean, get on the floor? And then I was just like, I'm just gonna do it, and I jump on the floor, and I'm just rolling like a madman. And that was like a moment for me where I realised that I just never give up. Like,
Never give
I've
up.
come out of this
definitely.
experience now with that motto, just never give up. But
Yeah.
As a gymnast, can I just say your barrel rolls, Will? I mean, have you got gymnastics in you?
hey, that was my dance training. I've got musical theatre to thank for that.
You're like break dancing on the floor. I loved it.
I
I was
know.
looking for it.
Oh gosh.
Because you at one point it was like you were spinning in the air.
And do you know what? They only showed about 10 seconds of me spinning. I think I was going for like a minute, 2 minutes, just like rapid.
You must have been dizzy.
Yeah, it was awful. But
What I didn't understand about that, it was obviously Will was spinning on the floor, and then was it Nicola and Ryan who were done, but they wasn't in the box? And did they know that they were in the box? Because he was just stood there like, we're done, and then Will.
Yeah.
You know what
I think, I think like there was a lot of like stuff on social media about how I was outside the box, they were outside the box. But what I think it was, we were both outside the box, so it put us both on a level playing field. So then
Right.
they'd gone to, we were both stood up and finished. I was inside the box when we were finished, but Nicola was still, her heels were outside the box. So I think that's where they drew the conclusion that me and Libby had won. And the fact that I was constantly saying, is this okay? They couldn't go back on that because they told me it was.
And they are so strict with their rules. They would
They
have
are.
reviewed that meticulously before they made a decision. So, you know, they would have had their reasons for making that decision.
Can I just interject in that one point? I'm not going to take anything away from you, Will. You did an amazing job. You absolutely smashed it. And you did say, is this all right? Is this all right? You did. And it was on camera.
Yeah.
As a viewer, if I'm going to be completely brutally honest, I viewed it and I was like, is that allowed though? Because your rope, whilst it was around you, it was kind of wrapped up in bundles. And the bundles were kind of like wrapped, and then it was wrapped around you. So it wasn't like technically strapped around you like a coil. And then it had the whole point of you being outside the box. Now, you made a good point. You said, well, you were both outside of the box. So actually, that was a level playing field. So I agree with you on that. I think you're absolutely spot on. But as a viewer, I was like, is that okay, though? Is that not? I mean, obviously it was because it went through and everything like that. But that was the only thing I was like, what did they say? Like, was that clarified before the game?
No.
The rules were the rope had to be round your waist. And I think something we all learned from the show is if the rules aren't specified, don't ask questions.
I agree with that.
I never asked the question, did it have to be wrapped round properly?
Yeah.
I just heard it had to be wrapped around your waist. And
Only rule is don't come last.
So exactly.
You make a very, very good point, Will.
So I was very
Yeah.
smart and I always approached every game not asking questions because I didn't want to give away my secrets to other people.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's your strategy,
And
isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And I think that's what, because if I had asked a question, I think they would have specified that it had to be wrapped around properly, but no one
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
See,
So
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
It
actually good
depended on the
gameplay.
marshal. It depended on the marshal as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
thinking, like,
Oh yeah.
again, like we know that it will have been checked and checked and checked and gone to VHR. What do you say?
VAR, I
So
think.
VAR.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
Yeah.
no. Well done, well done.
Well done, Will. Well done.
Thank
Yeah.
you, thank you.
Boys, have you got anything that you both want to speak about or bring up or ask us or a topic or anything? Charlie, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I feel like obviously it's a bit weird, obviously, and it's like funny to look back on now. But like the whole Haygate situation, like that was traumatic for me and a few others. You know what I mean? And that was just forgotten about. And I was speaking to my mum like yesterday actually when we was watching the episode afterwards, and we brought it up, and I was like, "Do you know what? Yeah, no, that actually doesn't get spoke about. Like, I literally
Mm.
had a severe allergic reaction, and like it was a
Mm.
scary time for me. And it's just so funny to look back on now because I just remember being sat outside the studio, like panting, and everyone's just walking past and they can't
Yeah.
normal. And like in that moment, it was I just remember feeling like I'm gonna die, like I'm literally gonna
Do
die
you
here.
know
It's
what,
awful.
Charlie? You actually make a really valid point. Like, we're laughing about it now, but actually at the time it was actually quite serious.
Yeah.
Mm,
No one
Like
has told us since the show you are specifically not allowed categorically to even mention it. No one said that. No one's
yeah,
reached out to us and asked if we're okay. I'm
yeah,
not knocking ITV. I'm not knocking Initial. They did an amazing job, and all the paramedics. And we had, I think it was like 5 fire engines came to air out the studio, to
yeah,
see to the sick. It was like a scene out of a war movie,
It was
wasn't
like
it?
the apocalypse, wasn't it?
it
Yes.
yeah.
was.
So for me, it was like the fact that I come ninth place after that alone, it was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
one from getting up because
Because you
I,
were hospitalised, weren't you?
I didn't go to hospital, but I got medical attention at the studio. I got like a nebulizer and an EpiPen in my leg, so I had like treatment. And
Wow.
I remember being in bed in the hotel for like a day, like I'd fully just slept a full day. I
Yeah.
was on the
Yeah.
phone and she was like, "You coming home? Like I'll come and drive and get you. Like you coming home? Like this is enough. Like
Yeah.
yeah, I,
I nearly went home a couple of
yeah,
days after the event.
exactly. I had like lumps all over my skin. Like I was on
Mm.
Facebook,
Yeah.
and she was like, "What are
Yeah.
you?" And I was like, "Do you know what? No, I'm not coming home. I'm not letting this get the better of me."
Yeah.
So
Mm.
ninth place after that, I was just like, "Do you know what? One, like I'm buzzing with that."
Yeah, you should be proud.
You should be proud. But Nance, also another serious thing. You had farmer's lung, didn't you?
I don't know if it was farmer's lung. I don't really know. I wasn't diagnosed with anything. It was just that I had a really nasty chest infection that I had to have strong antibiotics for, and it did last a long time. And I was really ill with it. I had a high temperature. So obviously it took a couple of days to kick in. And I remember one of the paramedics like listening to my chest and saying, "No, it's really crackly. It's not good." And I was just really emotional. I think with the stress and the pressure and everything as well, I was just feeling in a really bad way. And I remember phoning my husband saying, "I need to come home. I can't do this. I might sort of sabotage one of my games." And he had a word with me and he was like, "Nancy doesn't do that." And he's right. I don't do that. I don't give up. And I just had to really push myself through it until I started to feel a bit better. And then I just carried on and cracked on. And I'm so glad that I did push through it because I got to the final. So
I know, you would have come fifth otherwise.
You know what? I remember going into the girls' toilets, right? And we were all like stripping off
Yeah.
and like you had hair everywhere. And I was just like, I've got hair in my knickers, it's in my bra.
I had hair at
Like
my
it was
bum.
literally everywhere.
Well, it's not up my bum, but it was definitely around my bum.
I found it in all different crevices.
I
I
had a
did.
little mini skirt on.
Oh,
Oh
Oh.
bless
gosh.
you. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Will, it's the same question, Gorge. So is there anything that you want to bring up or ask us? Or like it doesn't have to be 99 related. Like just, yeah, the floor is yours.
Well, I've got a question for Bella.
Yes.
As a victim of a team game Do you think the team games were fair? And going forward, if there is a second series, do you think they scrap the team games like the other countries? They don't have team games, or do we think we keep them in for entertainment value?
Oh,
Good question.
This is the
This is
This is the tea. This is the tea.
question.
will
I come
Tea
prepared.
time.
Wow. Okay, I'm sure a few people are going to be watching this thinking, what is she going to say?
yeah.
Do you want my honest answer?
Yeah, of course, of course.
Right. I was gutted when
I
I
am scared.
Oh, no!
I am scared.
It's like Quick Run! It's like Christine on Selling Sunset when she was winning. She
Yeah.
Right, so I was gutted. As you all know, I was
Yeah.
absolutely gutted. I wanted to be in the final, right? I did. And I think had it not had been for the team challenge, I would have been. I know, you know, people might go, well, you don't because there's so many circumstantial things. But first of all, the detriment for me in the game was, as you all know, I am larger than life and I don't take stress and anxiety well. And I think that rubbed off and accumulated on Deval. And he also deals with things in a similar way. So I think we had already lost before we started because we were we were talking tactics and he was going like a million miles an hour. And I think I generally always kind of like took a leadership role in a challenge when it was like a team one, like the volleyball one. I was like, guys, I'm going to do it, smashed it. You know, when it was the dominoes one, I was like, this is going to be our strategy. So in team challenges, I generally kind of took the leadership role because I didn't want anyone else to kind of ruin my chances of getting through that task. That wasn't the case for this one. He kind of dominated that tactic, and you know, it's all behind us now, and I genuinely don't hold anything against him. I genuinely don't. You know, I really do wish him the best of luck in life and everything, and I hope he's loved and all of the rest of it. But I felt I was robbed of kind of going further on in the competition because I was doing well in the competition. I was always in like top 10 at least. There was only 2 challenges I was like in the lower bottoms, and that wasn't really even that bad. So I do think had it not been for the team challenge, I would have gone on further. So I hope that answers your question.
It does, it
I
does.
think instead of the team challenges, I think the whittlers are a bit kinder, don't you? Like where you whittle
I do
everyone
too.
down.
I
Yeah,
do
you've got a
too.
bit more of a chance, haven't you? Because like,
Yeah.
even if you lose, you know, all right, I've got another chance of this.
Because the
Yeah.
weakest link did always go. It wasn't like, oh, the whole team goes because
Yeah.
of one weak link. Like the saying goes is, you're only as strong as your weakest
You may
link.
be saying the weakest link.
You're only as I am not the weakest link. How dare you?
You are the weakest link.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
No, but I think because it was that challenge specifically heavily relied on us communicating as a team. You know, it was all about staying calm and ducking and diving and listening
was
to each other.
that was set up now. I'm sorry, but the teams was
Do you know what, Charlie? Charlie, I'm so glad that you said that. I think the teams were set up as well.
Did you ever request to see the footage? Because they
No.
were like, see the footage if you want.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
I thought, do you know what I thought? So, right, okay, whoa, are we going to unpack this? Okay, thank you, Charlie. Sending you so much love for that. So I'm glad you said it and not me. Do you know what? You're not the first person to have said that, by the way. So I think they set it up. I genuinely think so because at episode 4, we were told that it was teams were picked for us instead of the colours.
The hat.
And I was like, why? Why would you do that? And then I noticed as the team challenges went on, they were pairing people together that would make an explosive like reaction. And they knew
Because
putting me in
they started pairing me and Libby together in some of the challenges because obviously we were stress heads.
Yes.
like they started pairing us two together. So that
I
is
saw. I noticed that, and I
yeah.
noticed they always paired Nancy and Grant together.
Grant,
Now
yeah.
I noticed that they made a narrative around Grant and Nancy, all like almost being like conflicting together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Let's put why. Why have they done this? I think it's to make
TV.
better TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
I'm
think
not
it was.
complaining I got put with Grant because,
Yeah.
he's a great partner
Grant
to
is a
be put with,
machine.
so
Grant
I've
is a
got no
machine.
complaints.
So the potato challenge. Were you
Yeah.
told who your partner's with at the beginning on that?
Yeah.
I think for that one, they
Yeah.
picked it out of a hat in front of us, didn't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And they
Yeah.
did the same for the rope challenge in episode 7.
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they realised,
But
like,
I
I
had
don't
no
know.
idea. Do you know where we had the ropes? Where we were partners with the ropes twisting around our bodies. I was paired up with Grant, but that I never picked that. They picked that. And it was interesting considering he was the one that saved me on the potato challenge to then be put with him on the ropes. It's like you said, you almost felt like that was set up.
I do feel that was a setup. I do. And
I-
also, had we had requested to see the teams, they could have easily, manipulated that. They could have like put all the names in the pot that they wanted, and then like go, oh, pick it out. Oh, look, it's blah. Pick it out, blah, and then like edit it. They work in TV, for goodness sake. Do you know what I mean? So I just thought it is what it is. I'm not going to cause a fuss. Yeah, I'm a bit of a diva, but I know when it's my time.
You know what?
Yeah.
Really?
Stephen,
Look, it is what it is. It is what it is. However, I just want to say, I genuinely am not leaving 99 with any bitterness. For
no.
me, I genuinely feel like I'm a winner because, you know, Nancy and B, you are like my sisters. You genuinely are. And
Oh.
I know we don't talk all the time, Will and Charlie, but
Yeah.
honestly, I would love any time to meet up with you. I know we're
Yeah.
doing a meetup soon.
Yeah. 14.
So
Oh yeah.
this would have never have happened had we not been on the show together.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't wait for our meet up.
I
Will, are
can't.
you coming?
I didn't know
Oh.
what was happening.
Oh,
I'll just leave. I'll just leave now. Just finish this without.
no! You're so
No, I'm joking. I'm
invited.
joking.
Everyone's
Anyone's
invited.
Do you know what? It is very like open and casual. If you are free on the 14th of June, and it's in London though. If you are free, come because we're going.
Yeah.
Well, you
Anyone's
might see me.
invited. Oh.
After the poddy, I'll send you a text, Will, and
All
we'll
right.
chat.
This is what I
Right.
love about 99 because like the relationship, like everyone's a winner, I think.
Yeah.
And I think the relationships are so real, like they're so real, and like we all really lucky for like who we've met, and like I love everyone. I actually do. I got on with everyone. I love everyone. But I just feel like it's just amazing, like the bonds that we've made, and like the casting staff did an amazing job, like putting us all together. And like I speak, like obviously I know we don't all speak all the time, but when we do, we all know that we've all got so much love and so much support for each other, like all of us. And I've really enjoyed since like. I mean, we filmed a year ago nearly. That is wild. But I've really enjoyed like still like checking in with people or like watching people's stuff on Instagram and just seeing people grow. And I feel like everybody has been through an amazing journey, and I just think it's really special.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's
Definitely.
beautiful.
And do you
I
know what? Just going off of that, can I just ask both of you boys? I want to know what's next for you, what your plans are, following on from the show. So I don't know what you've been doing since the show and what you plan to do moving forward. So Will, you first.
Well, to be honest, I've been so focused on getting my degree that I haven't even thought about doing much show wise. I mean, I've applied for a few shows, and there's something that might be in the works that I can't talk
Okay.
about. But
Oh,
Tell us about your
exciting.
degree.
Yeah, what degree are you doing?
Sorry.
What degree is it, sorry?
Musical theatre. So it's like 40 hours. It's full time. It's intense. Like
Yeah.
it's so physical, and I just like all my time is on that at the minute. So,
Yeah.
but I'm nearly done. I've got 1 month left, and then I'm free, and
That's
I can just
Oh,
start actually.
amazing!
Yeah.
Which uni do you go to, Will?
I go to Italia Conti. It's a drama school. So, it's down
I
south.
love how you say that. What's it called?
Sorry,
What's it called?
Italia Conti.
Italia Conte.
Yeah.
I'm so
Really
jealous. Do you know
good.
that? It was always my dream to go to a drama school. That was
Same.
my ultimate dream, was to go to a drama school and to be an actress and be on
Really,
EastEnders.
EastEnders is the dream.
No, I want to be a movie star. I want to be in the movies. Yeah.
Oh,
If you want it enough, Nance, you'll make
You'll
it
get
happen.
I know it's
Yeah.
going to happen. Watch this space. You know,
yeah,
I
it's
always
never too
said that
late.
when I'll be on telly, and I did it. So you know, I'm confident I'll be in the movies.
Sorry to
And
massively
Charlie,
change the
same.
subject.
Sorry, go
Sorry,
on.
just to quickly change the subject. I am absolutely baking. Are you
oh,
hot?
Yeah, I'm so hot.
It's
Yeah.
warm,
Hot this
isn't it?
weekend.
And parcel.
hot.
Fanning myself because it's like 50 million degrees here. Sorry, Charlie, please.
So,
Charlie.
a new job for North Atlantic Airways, based in London,
Woo!
and I'm starting July. But I also have filmed something else as well that's coming out next year.
Yeah,
Whoa!
Excited!
Can you tell us what that is?
It's a game show.
Is it
No!
is it one that we know, or is it a new one, or?
It's a brand new one. Yeah.
Ooh.
How
Oh,
excited,
guys,
Charlie!
Give us a
guys,
hint.
I
What
want
is
to
it
know
about?
more.
Go on, give us a little hint.
So it's basically it's a new one that viewers can download an app on the phone and they can win prizes as well for free.
Wow,
Oh.
that sounds
Are
cool.
you allowed to say, did you win?
I can't say.
He's obviously not allowed to tell
Oh.
us.
You know better than that, Bells.
Yeah.
I can tell you personally, but not on this podcast.
Oh, bless you.
Right, Charlie, I'm giving you a call later.
Oh,
so
exciting.
Yeah. Pardon?
Oh.
I said that's really exciting.
I know, I'm so excited. I can't wait. It's just like I love doing work like this because it's like it's just fun. Do you know what I mean? It's like the people that you meet again. Like it's
Yeah.
intense situations and like you just bond these beautiful friendships and it's like it's precious.
Yeah,
Aww.
It is.
yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
I've got a question for Will and I've got a question for B.
Oh.
So I'm gonna ask B first.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Hey B.
I'm ready. I'm ready, baby.
Hey, baby. Right, okay, so I don't think I've ever asked you this, like
Oh.
in real life. In real life.
Pressure. Under pressure.
It's not that deep. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. As somebody who went earlier on in the competition,
Yeah.
had you not gone on the P challenge, what challenge do you think potentially you may have got stuck with?
Every
And
single
why?
one of them. Every single one of them. Let me think. I don't know because I was thinking this, like it's just pot luck, isn't it? It's like I might have, if that P1 wasn't so early on, I might have getting a little bit further. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not. I can't really say because I think it's just pot luck. But obviously I'm not the best at maths, as we know. So definitely like the mathy ones, if that makes sense, or maybe the one that Kieran
Kieran
went
went
on,
on.
the measuring
the rope one.
rope
Yeah.
with Charlie. So yeah, I can't really say, but yeah, because I feel like they get harder, but they don't get harder. They're all different, so I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I can't answer, but I struggled math wise. Yeah, Charlie, I was creased at you on that rope when because yours was small as well, wasn't it?
Hands will have hips, and I was like, Charlie J enters exits the building. I was like, but then,
Charlie, can
yeah,
I just say they didn't show it on the show, but do you remember when they interviewed us on the fly and
yeah,
I literally told you how to do it, like, you know,
yeah,
pretty accurately,
you,
and you just ignored it. I said, right, it was, what was the rope length needed to be? It was like 100
meters.
Yeah, so I knew that a meter was roughly, you know, I think it was because I'm 6 foot 1 and a bit, and you're 6 foot bang on, aren't you?
Yeah.
And there was like, how much is in a foot, meters wise?
Oh, don't ask me.
I don't have a clue.
So whatever it was, I can't remember now, and mass top of my head on the spot.
Yeah.
I said, right, I worked out and I said, all we need to do is do 7.5 Charlies.
Yeah.
Because you were 7.5 of the actual rope. And didn't even listen.
I literally, do you know what it was? My rope was in, like, it had like several knots in it. And I'm sure, I don't know.
Here we go.
No, but when I was pulling it out, it was like, it kept getting stuck. So I was
To
like,
be fair, you did say that. I remember you saying it in the actual challenge. You're like, I've got knots in it.
I went, it's not coming out. And everyone was just like pulling theirs out like dead finger, like dead easy. And I remember, like, it said, like, you have 30 seconds left or something, or 5 seconds, and I was like, do you know what, I just cut it here. That is what it is. So I just cut it.
And do you know what as well?
Pardon?
Sorry, I was going to say, do you know what? I know everyone is so genuine and would all be completely honest. But when you're in that moment and someone's offering you advice, because you're in a competition, there is a part of you that thinks, are they sabotaging me? Because you get a bit like nervous and a little bit, you know, suspicious.
Yeah.
In hindsight, I don't think anyone was capable of that. Not really.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the time when you're getting advice from people, it is, you do think, oh, do I listen to them, or are they trying to trick me?
Paranoid, don't you?
Yeah,
But
definitely.
how did Kieran get his like that long? I don't know.
Well, you know, he's supposed to be a carpenter.
I know.
Oh, bless him, though. Should we all give him a little shout out? Hi, Karen!
Love
Hi,
you.
Karen.
Hi, Kieran.
Charlie.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know as well, right? My nephew, our Oscar, he loves everyone, but you were his favourite. He absolutely loves you. And I'm not just saying it, but he absolutely loves you. So obviously he's not allowed to watch Tea and Toast because of what we talk about. But are you allowed to just do a little shout out to him, and then I can send it?
Is it Oscar?
Oscar. He's called Oscar.
Oh, thank you so much for watching me. I love you lots. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, he does. He loves it, and like he was like the things that you were saying on 99. He keeps like copying off you and stuff. He just absolutely loves you.
Thank you so much. That's so kind. I'll cry.
It's cute, isn't it? You don't realise though, like the people that are watching, like how much of an impact we are probably having on people.
Yeah, I know. I remember all my family like saying to me, like, because when I'm watching it, I'm not even thinking about what I'm saying, to be honest, but everyone else is. So I remember my family, like, they've gone, Charlie, your one-liners, like, we've been crying, laughing at the one-line.
Yeah.
We liked our one-liners as well.
I'm sorry, I was the queen of the one-liners.
Yeah.
I've got all the pieces, Charlie.
Here we go.
Oh my! I was howling at every start of like every what you call it when they read out the game. Anyway, after they read it out, there was one way Nancy went, "Sounds a bit rubbish."
Yeah, the bins, yeah.
Will, I've got a question for you.
Go on.
So I noticed that every episode you had an outfit which was pristine, and I just want to say your fashion sense was on point, from the little trousers that you wore, the dungarees.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, the cute dungarees! I love the dungarees.
I had to bring the dungarees back for the final. I thought, got to do it.
I loved that look on you.
Thank you.
Where do you get your inspiration from for fashion?
Do you know what? I'm not like you say that, but like I'll just go to the shop and I'll just pick up a random thing. I'm a scrounger. Like I don't go spending like loads of
I'm
money
a
on clothes.
scrounger.
Literally. So like charity shops, whatnot. I don't like go plan an outfit. I'll just buy what I
You
like and then I'll whack it on.
you found in charity shops and stuff.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
So just I don't know. I never really plan any outfits. I just whack a load of stuff together and I'm like, oh, that goes.
It,
Yeah.
it does pay off.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
You're
Bless
welcome.
you.
I hope that was all right. I didn't want to like embarrass you or anything, but
No. That's
no,
fine.
I love, and I mean now, look, I love it. I always said, do you know what? You honestly were one of my. I mean, I love everybody, but like I did say, like you're one of my favourites to my mum, and I said I always used to say you remind me of the Milky Bar kid.
Yeah, you did. You'd say that.
Oh.
Oh,
Just so sweet. Oh.
oh, thank you.
I loved the golf cart as well. Bless you. Like your
Oh my
favorite.
God.
How did you do
Right.
that?
Before we got told what it was, and I like I teared up. I was like, I'm going home. Like these two know how to drive. I've never like I had one driving lesson, and I was like, this isn't. A part of me was like, this isn't fair. Like it's a driving game. I don't have the experience, and I was like, oh. And then they let us go practice outside in them. So we actually got
That's
a
class. Were
yeah.
you
So
doing
we
like
got
wheel spins
we
and
were like
that?
driving around Shinfield Studios like.
Woohoo!
It was crazy. But they wouldn't let me do it by myself. I had to have someone sat in with me because I don't drive. Um,
That's so
but
funny.
yeah, and I think, do you know what it was? I think Jason and Caitlin, because they know how to drive, they went into that with preconceived conceptions of how they were going to do it. Yeah, I was like learning on a job, which I think actually helped me because I was like, okay, this is how I do this, and then I'm like, I'm okay, and I bashed the wall a few times, and I didn't even think they
You
saw
were
it,
the
which is
only
why
one who didn't get a time penalty.
I know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think if I did get a time penalty, it would have been a different story because that would have just freaked me out and I would have got in my head and I'd be like, nah, I can't
Do you
do
know
this
what?
now.
I actually don't think you would because you were so far ahead of both of
So
them.
far.
Even if you had got a time penalty, I genuinely
Yeah,
don't think it would have affected it because you were like whoop 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 out gone. I was like,
no idea how I did it.
the boy
You
doesn't
smashed
even
it.
drive.
And they were like, the game is a 3-point turn, and I didn't even know what a 3-point turn was. I had to go up to the boss marshal, what's her name, Emily. I was like, just to clarify, a 3-point turn? And then she told me. And then they did one of the on the flies, and then Kate comes over and goes, ask him what a 3-point turn is. And then they go, Will, do you know what a 3-point turn is? And I was like, they've stitched me up here. Because I was like, I don't know what a 3-point turn is. But they didn't show it, thank God. But
Oh.
um, yeah,
Oh, bless you. Yeah, you smashed it.
When you did the final challenge with Caitlin on the cans,
yeah.
at what point during the final challenge did you think, I'm not going to make it? Or did you go, I'm not giving up until the final minute?
So it was funny because first off they edited it a bit differently. So Caitlin actually started, but in the TV show the show yesterday they showed that I started. I don't know why they did that to be honest, but and it took us a few goes to actually before Caitlin hit a ball. But you know how there's a trick to every single game. Like there's a trick that if you figure out that trick, you're safe and you're through.
Yeah.
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 So this one, I'd clocked too late that it was shaped like a clock. There was like 24 points. And if you had gotten the bowling ball directly opposite the opponent's can, it would knock your can clean off. And I just
Oh.
realized that too late. And Caitlin already had about 8 off, and I think I had 4. Once I'd realized that, every single time my ball went, it knocked one off. But it was
Uh,
just too late. And it was just
Oh,
so
bless
jarring. I didn't
you.
give up. I thought I'm gonna go until like the very end because I was like,
Because you
yeah.
started
this,
to get momentum towards the end,
yeah,
but unfortunately, because you had missed so many at the beginning, you didn't
yeah,
quite have enough goes to get
Yeah.
it.
exactly.
So the 24 points, so just talk me through this so I can visualize it. So you had 24 cans, was it?
Yeah, so we
But
had 12 cans each. It was 24 around the circle.
hmm
And it was like a clock. It was like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. But then it that again, basically. So it was 24
yeah,
points. And I was like, okay, so on a clock, 6 is here, 12 is here.
So would
And
six be you or six be Caitlin?
so if 6 would have been Caitlin, but 12 would have been me.
Yeah.
This is like how my brain works. It's probably not gonna make sense to
Please,
you.
I'm so into this.
So if I knew that mine was 12 but Caitlin's was 6, if I angled it so I was going to hit it at 6 o'clock, it would go straight past Caitlin's and hit mine off the other side because it was like a direct line. And it worked once I'd figured it out, it worked every time. I got mine clean off right down the middle. But like I said, I'd realised it too late.
So say you had your 6 here, the ball's here. Would you go there and then swing from there?
Yeah. So I'd direct my ball just above Caitlin's can, and then it'd just swing past Caitlin's can and then go across and knock mine straight off.
Right.
Don't know if this is making any sense.
Oh,
but
right, so
it was like this, yeah.
Yeah,
But like
okay.
but it was like a direct line. You needed a line, and that was I don't know.
So towards the end, when you had a few cans left, and you know you needed to get them down, because the only game that us finalists were allowed to watch was that very last game. So we were stood there watching it on the screens.
I was going to ask you that, Nancy, if you were always there or...
It was amazing to watch it. It really was. It was so nerve-wracking. And but we did sort of, we wondered if you might just go for a swing and see if you could knock them all, you know, like, I don't know if it would have worked or not, but...
Well, that's completely rogue.
Yeah, that's the thing. And do you know what? I stupidly asked the question. I was like, are we allowed to do that? And they were like, no. So I wonder if I didn't ask that and I did it, would they have been like,
Will.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Oh, bless you.
And the funny thing about that...
Yeah, go on.
I was going to say the funny thing about that challenge is like there was no tense like atmosphere between us. Like we were just and Caitlin would knock one off and I'd just start clapping it and she'd do it to me. And the producers stepped in and they were like, "Come on, guys, let's up the antics a little bit. You're a bit safe." And it was just like we were like, "No, like we can't." And then Caitlin knocked my can off and she burst out laughing and they were all like, "Why is she laughing? She's just knocked off his can."
Oh,
it was so funny.
That's because you can see this. There was so much love. Yeah, there's so much love between you. So either way, either one of you would have been happy for each other, and it's genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nancy, I've got a question for you, Gorge.
Yeah.
And we haven't brought it up, but your little bruises under your arms.
Oh my god! I was covered in bruises. I mean, at one point, because every time I lifted my arm up to celebrate, you could see all the bruises. And at one point, I said to Ross, my husband, I was like, "Please tell me that doesn't look like a hairy armpit, because it's not." And I got so paranoid that that's what it looked like. And every time I lifted my arm up, I was like, "I really hope people can tell that's a bruise and not hair." But yeah, I bruised myself really badly. Do you know how I got those bruises? That was from the tape. Do you know with the lunchbox we had to tape round? So I taped it around my arm and then I couldn't get it off. And I was trying to push my arm down to get the tape off and it just bruised all round here. It was black and blue, like it was so bad. And I had bruises all down my knees from sliding across the floor on the very first challenge with the exercise balls. I was covered.
That was crazy, that was absolutely crazy.
Bruiser, aren't you, Nance?
I am a bruiser.
Bless you. I've got,
Can you, I would really like if you...
Sorry.
I would really like if you could ask your question that you always ask.
What's your favourite position? I'm joking. Sorry, Mom.
Icy time.
I'd like you to ask that question. However, after that, I'm then going to ask a question to the boys because it is 56 minutes into the podding. So we do need to wrap things up soon. Yes, we should have a little bit more time because it's the final episode of 99. But Nance, do you also have any burning questions for the boys as well?
No.
No.
She's like, I could care less.
Boys, is there anything that you want to bring up before, like... Anything?
No, I think like we've covered most stuff, to be fair.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll ask you the question. I've got 2 questions. Is that allowed? Is that acceptable?
We're so greedy.
I'm so greedy. Unless Nancy, you want to ask my question.
I'm joking. I love you. Ask as many questions as you like, babe.
I've got a question. Okay, I've got a question for all of you, but obviously everyone needs to take turns.
Yeah.
So, what is your go-to karaoke song? Like, if you're on the karaoke, what is your go-to karaoke song? Charlie, you go first.
Mine would be Amy Winehouse Valerie, yeah. And I just started singing it, but it went froze.
Oh, bless you. Will, what's yours?
Tainted Love, bit of soft side.
Oh, I love
Tainted
that.
love.
Yeah.
Bella, what is yours?
I would go to Wicked, Defying Gravity.
Whoa!
God, I want to hear
Amazing.
you sing this.
Do you know what?
Nancy?
Do you know, I've got a story to say after this, but Nancy, you go first.
Right, I've actually got two. I'm being greedy now. So, I touch myself. I mean, that's the song that I love.
Will's face, that's so funny.
The Divinals. Yeah, I love that. I just love it so much. And my other one, which is actually really spooky, so you girls know this, I absolutely love Nancy Sinatra, These Boots Are Made for Walking.
Yeah.
And when I did my little radio interview yesterday morning, it came on just before I come on the radio. So it was really spooky because I love that song.
Me and B thought that you had requested the
No.
song.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is Nancy's song. You must ask for it. But
No,
you didn't do
how
that.
mad is that?
Yeah, that's just the
And
universe,
Yeah.
also,
isn't it?
what's crazy is Nancy and B. This is an in-joke between us three, but we'll share it with you boys. We sang Fireball. The first game was that song. Do you remember with the yoga
Yeah.
balls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So funny.
So yeah, like when we kept just singing Fireball. Did it? Charlie's gone again. we kept singing Fireball, and then that was the song. Charlie.
Oh god.
I don't know what's
He's
going
doing
on.
a little Houdini rendition.
Okay, do you want to know what mine is, everyone?
Yes.
You might as well, because you did ask the question.
I did ask, so yeah. I love Moulin Rouge.
Oh, reflection.
Love Moulin Rouge.
No, Lady Marmalade.
Hey, Lady Marmalade.
Yeah,
I can see you
that
singing
one.
that.
Oh my
Yes,
God,
love it.
I thought you said Mulan. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I
Mulan, like
thought you
the Disney princess.
I don't know what's going on.
Charlie, I'm creased at you.
I don't know what's going on.
It's okay, Dal, don't worry.
B said her favourite
We
song.
said favourite song, not favourite magic trick.
This is very like.
So, to circle back. So, this is going to be a little bit emotional. Oh, poor Charlie, he's been cut off again.
He's
Bless
gone.
him.
I'll continue anyway, but
He's back.
Charlie, can I just, what are you doing?
I don't know. I've just put my phone on charge. I think that's what it might have been, but these are on my screen.
That is weird.
What is going on?
Weirdly, B has, and because her Skyman fancies her, B's got the best connection out of all of us. Can we just get a round of applause for B?
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
And on cue,
Oh, and Charlie hasn't.
Okay, so Charlie and Will, I've got a question for Charlie's back. Yay! Okay, so Charlie and Will, I've got a question for you both. Please, will you tell us something that nobody knows about yourself? Like, obviously, your friends and family might
Can Will
know,
go
but like the
first? 'Cause I need to
99ers,
think.
so like a little
You don't
something.
know.
Yeah, something that we three don't know.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, we'll go first.
I have been thinking all day. I knew this question was coming.
Oh, yes, yeah.
I'm not an interesting person. I have the only thing
Oh,
I can
yes, you
think
are.
of
Yeah, you are,
Interesting.
Will.
is that I don't know. I have an unhealthy obsession with Four in a Bed, and I have to watch it every night before I go to sleep. I don't know what it is
that.
about Four in a Bed, but it's my guilty pleasure. So
Well, I love that. That is class.
Do you know what? It's actually pretty good. It
it's
is.
so good. I'm the hotel inspector, but that's a whole different.
Oh, the hotel inspector! I love the hotel inspector. She's so boss,
so
isn't
good.
she? She's like,
Oh, Will, bless you. I love that. Bless you, Will. Bless you, been thinking about it all day as well.
Obviously,
I know.
no one
And
don't
you,
really want to
Charlie.
talk about it. But,
Okay, Charles, it's
I
your
do
turn,
street
Dal.
dancing like once a week, and I've like won loads of competitions. But I don't really speak about it. Yeah, and you would like obviously for the past year I've like calmed down a lot on it. Like,
Oh
I don't
my
really
God,
go
that's
as much.
Oh
Up
my
amazing!
until like last
Wow.
year, I did like 3 competitions a year, and I absolutely love it. But yeah, that's probably like the most interesting thing about me.
Wow, Charlie!
That's why I can get down in the club B.
Yes!
Yay! I can't
Oh
wait.
yeah,
You'll obviously win the dance off, but or maybe we could
yeah.
do like, you know, like
Let's do
white
it.
chicks, where we could dance
Let's
together
do
and
it.
we could have a dance off with someone else. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Oh, right. We're gonna have to finish off now, guys and girls. I'm sorry to be bad berries.
I'm
However,
sad.
I've got one last question, and this goes to everyone. And you've got to ask it me back as well, but I'll go at the end. If you were gonna sum up 99 to beat in one word, what would it be? All right, go on, Nance.
Yeah.
Bonkers.
Bucket.
Bonkers.
It is.
Charlie,
I'm
what
gonna
would you? Oh,
say.
go on.
I'm gonna say magical.
Oh.
Ah,
I'd follow along those lines and just say
I-
surreal.
Sorry,
Like,
I'm just having a thing.
yeah.
just so surreal.
Yeah,
Charlie?
I'd just say beautiful, just because of like the whole experience is beautiful to me now. Like that, it was every aspect of it, even the crazy parts, were beautiful. So yeah.
Aw.
I love that.
Oh. And I'm gonna say, I don't think any of you have said this because I kind of like my ADHD went off in a different direction and I didn't actually think what you guys said. I'm gonna say emotional because
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
whatever it was, whatever feeling or emotion you had, we all
And
brought that raw
there was
emotion to
emotion
this
in
show, and
every
everyone
single
was their
thing.
authentic
Like
self.
even
So
waking up in the
emotional
morning,
is gonna
emotion
be my
straight
word.
away. Like whether it be nerves, whether it be happiness, whether it
It
be
was.
gratefulness,
Yeah.
it was just all emotion. So yeah, I agree, Bella.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
After
been
the
such
show,
a
It's been amazing.
can I
Boys,
just
Yeah,
quickly say?
same.
Can I just quickly say? After the show
I'm not over
ended,
it. Yeah.
it took me, I would say, a good 2 weeks to get over it.
Yeah.
I'm still not over it.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, same.
I'm
I
still
was
not over
having
it.
nightmares about it for weeks.
Yeah.
All my
Yeah.
dreams were just
Same.
99 to beat themed.
Same.
Oh my God, can I say really quick? I had a nightmare last night, right? That I was in, do you know Lisa? Obviously you know Lisa, we all love Lisa, but I had a dream last night that there was loads of 99ers in Lisa's house and we like trashed the house, but Lisa wasn't there. But like we didn't trash it on purpose.
No
It was just
way.
because we were mortal, and then we were like, we had to like clean the house and sort our house up because we were like, she's coming in 10 minutes. We need to clean our house.
So
And I woke
random.
up this morning and I was just like, why have I just had a dream about Lisa's house for?
Sweet
Like,
looks sweet.
Can I just
that's
say,
funny.
Lisa, have you following on social
Really
media?
good.
She looks smoking on
yeah,
board.
she's
Yeah.
fabulous.
I'm like, my jaw like
Go,
dropped when she
Lisa!
was in
Woo!
a bikini by the poolside.
Yeah.
Wowza!
Go on, Lisa.
Go on, Lisa!
And
Go
I
on,
love
girl.
talking to you. Thank you.
Boys, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on Tea and Toast. It's been amazing.
I literally look forward to the episode being released. So keep up what you do. It's an amazing thing, and I love it. So yeah, thank you so much for what you're doing. Like it's cheating.
Aww.
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie.
That's so cute.
You're welcome.
Oh!
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
And
thank you
I'm
so much.
to mirror what Charlie said as well. I'm just excited to see what is gonna come next because obviously you've not got
Yeah.
99 to beat to talk about, and I just want to know what's gonna like flourish and what it's gonna become. So I'm very excited to see that.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you
thank
both. I
you.
appreciate it. Oh.
I'm sure all of us have got a bright future ahead of us. You know, I think the casting team on 99 did a fantastic job. They've picked people from all over the country, different walks of life, and there's one thing that connects us all, and we've all got that
Yeah.
star quality
And
about
I'm
us.
so excited for
So
it, guys.
I'm
So
sure
excited.
you'll see us in the future.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
But no, thank you so
Love you
much. And I
all.
hope you both enjoyed it and had an amazing time. And it's been gorgeous to catch up.
Yeah,
Oh,
Love you
definitely.
lot.
Wish you guys all the best. Thank you.
And
Mwah.
Take
nice
care.
Thank you.
to be.
Love yous.
Love you all.
Love you.
Bye.